Our chief guests, our distinguished guests on stage, all our valuable engineers, creative thinkers, geniuses, we'd like to present a very warm welcome to the National Engineering and Technology Exhibition launch that we're joined here for Techno 2019. IESL, with a vision to be among the leading professional institutions of engineering and technology in the world, has missioned Techno Sri Lanka for bringing out and unleashing the country's multidisciplinary engineering talents, for driving Sri Lanka into technological excellence, and for revolutionary uplifting of people's living conditions. Ladies and gentlemen, to deliver the welcome address, please put your hands together for the President of the Institution of Engineers Sri Lanka, Engineer Professor T.M. Pallewatta.
Hi everyone, Subha Sandhyaවක්. Good evening to you. Professor Dr. Priyantha Wijetunga, our chief guest today, and Professor SBS Abekon, the chairman of the Techno 2019 committee, and also the president-elect of the Institution of Engineers. All dignitaries of our head table, past presidents of the IESL, council members, and representatives from various organizations who are taking part in Techno.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the introductory message by the President-elect of the Institution of Engineers Sri Lanka and Chairman of Techno 2019. But before that, please give me a moment of your time to read a short bio about him.
Good afternoon, everybody. The Great Mexico earthquake of magnitude 8.1. I don't know why these people call these things great. Hit the city of Mexico in 1985. And a form of new electronic dance called techno, yes, the same name, emerged in Detroit, Michigan, also in 1985. This year Techno, we decided to salute the great engineers produced by Sri Lanka by giving a special recognition to them. You will witness our efforts on October 11th, 12th and 13th at BMICA.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment of the hour now is to invite our very special chief guest to make his address. He is currently the director of the South Asia Energy Division of the Asian Development Bank. He is a former Director General of the Public Utilities Commission of Sri Lanka and a senior professor of electrical engineering at the University of Moratuwa. A very honored and esteemed invitation now to our chief guest to make his address. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Engineer Professor Priyantha Wijetunga.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon to all of you. The President IESL, Engineer Professor Manoj Pallewatta. In fact, he was my college mate and the batch mate. Now only I realize how old we are, because all of us are now more or less around the end of our professional career. President-elect and the chair of the Techno 2019 organizing committee, Engineer Professor Sarat Abekong, past presidents and members at the stage, members of the council, distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, it is with great pleasure that I accepted this invitation when I was contacted by Engineer Dr. Chandana Gamage and Engineer Professor Sarat Abekong some time ago. But the original date I was not going to make it, and when I informed him, then he said, okay, we will have it on the 12th of July. So fortunately, I managed to find time in between my missions in the region. As you know, I am working for South Asia Energy Division, which means I tend to travel a lot in South Asia. So it's quite easy for me to make a detour and come to Colombo. In fact, I usually do that quite often. That particular week, when the original date was fixed, unfortunately, we had the biggest clean energy conference in Asia held in Manila. That's an annual event which Asian Development Bank organizes. So I couldn't be out of it being an energy director during that week. So thank you. It's a real pleasure to be here and at this premier National Engineering and Technology Exhibition organized by IESL. As I understand, it is for the 34th time, 34th successive year. That's the most important thing. And always, as I say, it's always great to be back in Colombo among the engineering fraternity. After some time, I used to be in these gatherings quite often when I was in Sri Lanka. In fact, when I was in the council many years ago. Now it's not that often. Ladies and gentlemen, with these few words, I wish techno2019 all the success. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And we'd like to invite the President of IESL, Engineer Professor T.M. Pallevatha, to present a memento to our chief guest for his gracious presence here with us this evening, for sharing his valuable insights, and for, joining for our launch celebrations here for Techno 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, Sri Lanka Telecom PLC has been a part of our journey successively, and now we're going to give them a moment to share the experience as well as the importance of being a part of Techno 2019. Our principal sponsor, Sri Lanka Telecom PLC. Please put your hands together for Mr. Prabhat Dahanayaka, the Chief Marketing Officer, to address you now.
Our friends and partners in the media and distinguished guests, very good evening to you all. I wish to thank ISL for giving us this opportunity to be a part of this exhibition once again this year. Whilst we wish Techno 2019 every success, we also assure our fullest support and cooperation to make this the best Techno exhibition yet that the country has ever seen. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Dahanayaka. Thank you very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Techno 2019 would not be possible if not for our most valued sponsors. So we're going to give a minute in recognizing them as to who they are and how much they've supported for the year 2019, which was a rather challenging year as well. We'd like to invite Mr. Prabhat Dahanayaka, Chief Marketing Officer, Sri Lanka Telecom PLC, to receive the sponsorship memento. Your applause to our principal sponsor. The Senior Manager Network Strategy and Transformation, Dr. Shamil Appadurai. On behalf of Mobitel, thank you, Doctor. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, our platinum sponsor, Dockyard General Engineering Services Private Limited. We'd like to invite the Managing Director and CEO, Mr. NMKB Nayakaratna. Also, a sponsor at Techno 2019 is Alumex Private Limited, joining as our platinum sponsor. We'd like to invite Mr. Pramukh Dadiwala, the Managing Director, to receive the sponsorship memento. And that's our platinum sponsors for you, ladies and gentlemen. Now, for our gold sponsor, Melva Rolling Private Limited, we'd like to invite the Director, Colonel Mahindaratna Pennakon, to join us on stage. Also our gold sponsor, LTL Holdings. Ladies and gentlemen, Engineer Chaturanga Fernando, the Senior Electrical Engineer, as we invite him for the sponsorship memento. The gold sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, LTL Holdings. Thank you very much. And now to introduce you to our silver sponsor, Marlboro Trading Company. We'd like to invite the Chairman and Managing Director, Mr. M. Maniyamuthu. Thank you very much to our silver sponsor. Thank you, sir. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our bronze sponsor for Techno 2019, Sanking Overseas Private Limited. We'd like to invite the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, Mr. B.B. Kulapana. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Also joining as our bronze sponsor for Techno 2019, the Director General Management, Mr. Gayasri Fernando for STI Holdings. Overseas, ladies and gentlemen, is our bronze sponsor for Techno 2019, and right now I'm about to ask this fabulous gentleman as to his experience with Sanken, as well as to share some insights as to why you are being a part of Techno 2019.
So the Techno exhibition has been held now for about I think it's the 34th time they're keeping it, and IESL through the exhibition has been doing a big service to the country in promoting innovation and technology. So we Sanken as one of the premier construction companies in the country, involved in construction not only in Sri Lanka but also in the region in about 10 countries. We believe that the only way forward for the country and as well as for the industry is through innovation. So it's very important to keep exhibitions and functions similar to what the IESL is doing now with the Techno. So that you promote technology among school kids, university students, and also among the public, so that you create awareness and importance for innovation at all levels.
Thank you very much for being a part with us and for being the bronze sponsor as well. One of our silver sponsors for Techno 2019 is Marlboro Trading, and right now I'm going to ask, sir, silver sponsor and also being a part of Techno 2019. Tell us a little bit about your company and also being a part of Techno 2019.
We are in business since 1989, mainly business with the power industries. When I say power industry, we are like power generation, power distribution, power transmission, all the areas we are involved. But we don't have any manufacturing arm in Sri Lanka. We import all the items to mainly power industries. And also we are completing 30 years in our business 2019. So we decided to give a Techno sponsorship, a silver sponsorship, and we will give a full support. And also we are mainly of the engineering industries. We have to give a full support ongoing this kind of activities.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Techno 2019 and our principal sponsor, Sri Lanka Telecom Mobitel. And right now we have with us a fantastic gentleman to share with us as to his experience of Mobitel being a part of Techno 2019. Doctor, tell us about it.
Thank you. Yes, Techno 2019 is the premier engineering event in Sri Lanka, and at Mobitel we actually focus our entire product launches around Techno, because we believe it's Sri Lanka's premier technology showcase, and we gear our cycles around Techno itself. So we've been sponsors for the last 7 or 8 years, and from an engineering background it's extremely serious. All our engineers work hard towards this October event because we've had a series of successive and really great showcasing events, technologies. In particular, we started with 4G, we did NB-IoT for the first in Sri Lanka. So we can't thank the IESL enough for organizing this.
Well, hello there. We're right now at the Techno 2019 launch celebration, and the principal sponsor for the event is Sri Lanka Telecom. And right now I have the Chief Marketing Officer, Mr. Prabhat Dahanayaka, with me to ask a few details as to why, as the principal sponsor, to be a part of Techno 2019 and a few of his thoughts on the exhibition.
Well, thank you. It's for us, this is the most prestigious technological event in Sri Lanka. So it is our duty to support this. And of course, when you think about the Sri Lankan economy, the engineers and the Institute of Engineers, they contribute a lot. So whenever now, by being the most advanced technological company in Sri Lanka, it is our responsibility and the duty to help that. So in fact, we have been doing this for last 4 to 5 years, and in fact, we are building we have started the fiberization of Sri Lanka. That is a very basic foundation in order to have the technological advancement and the innovation and the sustainability. So Sri Lanka Telecom is always looking forward to contribute these type of initiatives, and in fact we have very recently launched the National Digital Roadmap, which is aimed to make Sri Lanka the smart Sri Lanka by 2020-25. We have identified several, in fact 14 pillars. For example, the smart education, smart health, smart security, something like that. So that is, by being the number one telecommunication company in Sri Lanka, it is our duty. So that is the main and one of the main important reasons for us to back this event.
ශ්‍රී ලංකා ඉංජිනේරු ආයතනය 34 වන වතාවටත් සංවිධානය කරන techno2019 ජාතික ඉංජිනේරු හා තාක්ෂණික ප්‍රදර්ශනය මෙවර ඔක්තෝබර් මාසයේ 11, 12, 13 යන දිනයන්හිදී BMICH වලදී පැවැත්වෙනවා. ඉතින් එදාට මමත් බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා සහභාගී වෙන්න මේ ප්‍රදර්ශනය නරඹන්න. ඉතින් ඔබත් නොවරදවාම මේ ප්‍රදර්ශනය නරඹන්න එන්න ඔක්තෝබර් 11, 12, 13 BMICH.
ස්වරයෙන් ස්වරය එකතු වෙලා ලස්සන ගීත නිර්මාණ වෙනවා වගේ සංකල්පයෙන් සංකල්ප එකතු වෙලා ලස්සන ඉංජිනේරු නිර්මාණ ගොඩනැගෙනවා. ලංකාවේ එකම වරලත් ඉංජිනේරු ආයතනය වන ශ්‍රී ලංකා ඉංජිනේරු ආයතනය මගින් මෙවරත් සංවිධානය කරන මහා ඉංජිනේරු හා තාක්ෂණ දැක් නව්‍යකරණ ඉංජිනේරු තාක්ෂණය තුළින් තිරසාර ශ්‍රී ලංකාවක් යන තේමාව යටතේ ත්‍රිවිධ හමුදාවේ ඉංජිනේරු විස්කම්භ සමගින් ඔක්තෝබර් මාසයේ 11, 12, 13 යන දිනවලදී බණ්ඩාරනායක සම්මන්ත්‍රණ ශාලාවේදී පැවැත්වෙනවා. තිරසාර ශ්‍රී ලංකාවක් උදෙසා අපගේ ඉංජිනේරුවන්ගේ දස්කම් බැලීමට මාත් සමග මත් වෙන්න.
අයිබෝන් ගඩොලින් ගඩොලක් තියලා හදපු යෝධ මහල් වේවා, දෙමහල් වේවා, තනි මහල් වේවා, අපේ රටේ ඒ ගොඩනැගිලි තාක්ෂණය එහෙම නැත්නම් ඉංජිනේරු තාක්ෂණය හරිම දියුණුයි. ඉතිහාසයේ දිහා බලපුවාම ඒක හොඳටම පැහැදිලි වෙනවනේ. දැන් අපේ වැව්, වමුණු, සාගර පරදන, ජලාශ, ඒ වගේම දාගැබ්, ලෝවා මහපාය, මේ වගේ ඓතිහාසික කරුණු දිහා හොඳට හොයලා බලපුවාම අපේ රටේ ඉංජිනේරු තාක්ෂණය ඉතාම ඉහළින් පැවතුණා. හරිම සම්මානනීයයි. ඉතින් මෙන්න මේ ඉංජිනේරු තාක්ෂණයේ ඉතිහාසයේ ඉඳලා අද වෙන තුරාවට අපේ රටේ කොහොමද ගොඩ නැගුණේ, පැවතුනේ කොහොමද කියලා කියා දෙන්න ලස්සන ප්‍රදර්ශනයක් පැවැත්වෙනවා ඔක්තෝබර් මාසයේ 11, 12, 13 යන දෙදින තුල බණ්ඩාරනායක සම්මන්ත්‍රණ ශාලා පරිසරයේදී. ලස්සන ප්‍රදර්ශනය ශ්‍රී ලංකා ඉංජිනේරු හා තාක්ෂණ ප්‍රදර්ශනය. මේක සංවිධානය කරන්නේ ශ්‍රී ලංකා ඉංජිනේරු ආයතනය විසින්. ඉතින් මම හිතන්නේ අම්මේ තාත්තේ දරුවොත් එක්කම ආවොත් මේ ප්‍රදර්ශනය නරඹන්නට අපේ ජීවිතවලට දරුවන්ගේ දැනුමට ගොඩාක් දේවල් එකතු කරගන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි.